blade really sharp enough to slice someone's head off?" asked Daniel, perturbed. "No," said Tussauds. "It's been blunted to avoid accidents." He was a very precise man in his late 30s, formally dressed in frock coat and black tie, and whose usual precision had been turned into unhappy agitation by this tragic turn of events. "But there's blood on its edge," Abigail pointed out. "We believe whoever killed Eric daubed his blood on it after they'd cut his head off to create the impression he'd been guillotined," said Tussauds. "I assume the police took the body away," mused Daniel. Tussauds nodded. "A Superintendent Armstrong is here from Scotland Yard. We contacted the police as soon as we discovered the body." "When you say we?" inquired Daniel. "Myself and the cleaners. I like to open the museum and let the cleaners in." "At what time?" 8 o'clock. They work for an hour and a half, and we open to the public at 10 o'clock. I come in to inspect everything in case there's been an accident or something during the night." "And does that often happen?" asked Abigail. Tussauds shook his head. "No, we've had problems in the past with thrill-seekers trying to break in, or hiding in the museum just before we close in order to spend the night here. Some people have this desire to boast that they spent the night in Madame Tussauds' Chamber of Horrors. But we usually find them hiding in the conveniences and turf them out, with a warning that they'll be prosecuted if they try it again. That usually does the trick, and our watchmen have always been alert for any intruders." "Except for last night," murmured Daniel. "Mr. Dudgeon was one of your watchmen." "He was," confirmed Tussauds, "along with Walter Bagshot." "Who you say has disappeared?" "Yes." Tussauds nodded unhappily. "Superintendent Armstrong said it was obvious what had happened. Eric and Walter must have had an argument. Walter killed Eric, then fled. He said this was backed up by wounds to the back of Eric's head, indicating that he'd been struck with a heavy metal object. Also by the fact that the keys to the museum had gone. He said Walter must have taken them with him." "Is that likely?" asked Abigail. "The argument?" Tussauds shook his head. "No, absolutely not. Eric and Walter were as close as any two people could be, like brothers." "Brothers have been known to fall out," commented Daniel. Tussauds bristled at this. "If you're suggesting that myself and my brother Louis—" he snapped, glaring at Daniel. No, Daniel assured him hastily. "I was just mentioning the possibility that Mr. Dudgeon and Mr. Bagshot may have had some sort of disagreement." "It would have to be something especially serious for Walter to do something as hideous as this." "Indeed," Daniel nodded. He looked apologetically at Tussauds. "And I do assure you, Mr. Tussauds, that I intended no reference to anything with your family. To be honest, although I'm obviously aware of Tussauds' Waxwork Museum, I'm not acquainted with your family's history, except for the fact that your great-grandmother was the one who established the museum here in London after she left France." "Many years after she left France," stressed Tussauds. Seeming slightly mollified, he enlarged. "She sought refuge in England when things became too dangerous for her after the Revolution. She was forced to make wax models of the heads of people she had known and who were dear to her, including the Queen, Marie Antoinette, and the King, Louis XVI. When she saw that the insatiable guillotine was taking the lives of many around her, she brought her wax models across the Channel and toured with them around England, Scotland, and Ireland, before settling in London." "How long did she tour for before establishing herself in London?" asked Abigail, keen to keep the conversation amicable, determined to repair any damage Daniel's comment may have caused. It didn't do well to upset a client. 20 years, said Tussauds. "What can you tell us about Eric and Walter?" asked Daniel. "How long had they been working for you?" "Not long at all," said Tussauds. "Barely 2 weeks, now I come to think about it." "How did you find them?" "I didn't. They found me. Our previous night watchmen, Donald Bruin and Stephen Patterson, suddenly announced they were leaving the next day." "Did they tell you why?" "They said they'd been offered an opportunity to make more money." "Doing what?"